Good evening, everyone. I'm here to speak really quickly about my mother. She was a Wake County public school teacher in special education, 71 years of age. Her name is Paulette Brooks. And my mother turned down a position as a principal. She turned down a position on this very school board. She wrote final exams. She was a majorette coach. She worked at 3 different of the high schools. She trained countless teachers. She tutored, and when she retired, 6 months later, when she found out there was a shortage, she came back in and still taught until she died. I'm here because in February, I tried reaching out to the schools with phone calls, voicemails, and emails. And after a month of no response of trying to retire my mother out, I had to go into the school. And when I went into the school, they didn't give me much help. Needless to say, on the 8th, I was able to change and submit the paperwork finally. And 4 days later, my mother passed away. And I was told by Ms. Shroud in the HR office that even though it was submitted, the paperwork was submitted and the beneficiary said that it was not valid. It is 3 months later, and I'm still holding the check, refusing to cash it until this is fixed. There was no verification given by the HR department by Ms. Sherrod when I asked her if there was a benefit for my mother or anything in place, because we didn't have all of the information, because in her final days she was unable to speak. After she told me that there was at least a $25,000 to $50,000 death benefit, I asked her, I let her know that I was going to have the funeral people give her a call. When they called, she gave them the automated system number. As a result, I had to cremate my mother and not bury her. I had to come out of my own pocket to take care of this. I don't wish this on anyone, especially when they're grieving their parent. I cannot understand how, if the paperwork was turned in 4 days before my mother's death, how it's not valid. As a community activist and ties to ABC 11, I promise you, I will not let this rest. With all this being said, I implore the board and petition you to make changes in policies, make sure people are trained properly. And not just that, why should teachers have to pay out of their own pockets for their own substitute teachers? You have to pay in order to have a day off? These things should not be like this. It is with a heavy, stressful heart that I am here, and I wish this on no one.